the heels, just start to get into the feet and the legs, the knees a little bit. Try and slow it down if you can. So you drop one heel and then you lift the other. And just try and stand up nice and straight as well. Take your hands to your waist. Draw your elbows back and just start to feel into your shoulders a little bit more. Hi, Claire. Good. And then just bring your heels down, press back into your heels, lift your toes, stick your bum out a little bit. See if you can lift all of the toes off the floor and be more just on the edge of the ball of the foot. Good. And then start to lift up now and come onto your toes, squeeze in your glutes, start to really engage into the legs. Breathe in, breathe out, soften your knees, stretch your bum back again. So particularly if you've got anything going on in your lower back here, maybe curl your tailbone under slightly, avoid going into the arch. And again, inhale, squeeze in the legs, legs drawing in towards each other, lift up onto the toes, balls of the feet. And exhale. This time as you exhale, bend your knees and try and lift your toes off the floor. That's it. And just broaden even across the back of the shoulders. And one way that you can get that is just to spread your elbows out slightly. Good. And then bend the knees and just come up to standing. Have your feet apart. Start to move your hips over to the left side. So just do that first, moving your hips over to the left and just let your head drop towards the right shoulder. Inhale, come back up to center. And then exhale, making sure that you're not twisting in the pelvis, and soften the opposite leg if you need to. Just see how it feels in your knee. Drop your head towards your other shoulder. Inhale, center. Breathing through the nose. Exhale, go the other way. And then maybe start to drop that arm down as well. Inhale, center. And exhale, go the other way. Dropping your chin down towards your shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, start to go over. And then if you want to add in the top arm, start to add in the top arm and reaching. Notice the difference between one side and the other. So which side is feeling stiffer? So just noticing that. Again, don't twist the pelvis. So try and keep the pelvis in line. Good. And then inhale to center. And then take your hands to your knees. Maybe take your feet a little bit wider and just start to circle the hips. Bending the knees. Keep the knees nice and soft. Then go slowly. That's it. Go the other way. Just feeling, noticing. And then take your hands to the back of your head. Spread your elbows nice and wide and press the back of the head into the hands. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, squeeze the elbows towards each other. Root into your feet. Inhale. And then as you exhale, just gently, first of all, soften your knees. Bring your chin towards your chest. And then inhale, come back up. Press the back of the head into the hands. Get really open through the shoulders, through the front of the chest. Don't let your pelvis move forwards. Press your quadriceps back. Exhale, soften your knees. Draw the head in again. Maybe go a little bit lower. Just see how it feels first. Inhale, come back up. Press the back of the head into the hands. Widen, broaden. Exhale, going in again. Soften your knees. Maybe going a little bit lower. So the lower you go, the lower the stretch is going to move down the back. So just notice. Inhale, come back up. One more time. Loosen your grip if your shoulders are tight. Exhale, go in again. Maybe go a little bit lower. Really bend those knees if you're going low. Draw the belly in. Inhale, come back up. Press the elbows back and exhale again, side bend, but with your hands in this position. So moving the hips to the side, that's it. Really get heavy through that bottom elbow. Inhale, come up. And go the other way, exhale. Press the back of the head into the hands. Let that bottom elbow get heavy. Good. Inhale, coming back up. And then cactus your arms. Breathe in, soften your knees. Oops. And then just start to just twist. Knees nice and soft. And just go as fast or as slow as feels comfortable for you. So make sure your knees are soft. So drop the weight down into the legs, into the feet. And just enjoy that twisting motion. Press your fingers together and try and get really straight through your hands. So see how fast you want to go. You can experiment with going a little bit faster. Turn your head with your arms. You can let your pelvis move. Just see how it feels. Slow it down. Start to go slower and slower and slower, and then just come to stop there. Good. So come to your chair or your table or the edge of your sofa, whatever you've got, and then just place your foot to the middle of that surface, so whatever surface you're working on, and move your left leg out to the left and try and have that left leg nice and straight. So you want to be able to stand so that that left foot is directly underneath your hip, and you can have your right ankle underneath your knee there. So take your hands onto your thigh. First of all, roll your shoulders back and get nice and bright and open through your chest. Squeeze in your left buttock and then inhale. As you exhale, start to move your pelvis forwards and move your weight down and feel that stretch through the back of your left leg. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. Draw your shoulders back. Stay nice and upright through your spine. Inhale, come back up. And exhale. One more here. Inhale. And then exhale, moving into the lunge. Now try and keep that kind of depth in your hip, but keep your hands to your hips. And now you're going to press that quadricep back and draw your tailbone under so that you'll start to lift a little bit more out of the pelvis. You're going to feel that much more strongly at the front of the hip and into that left leg. Squeezing your glutes. Keep feeling that you're pressing the quadricep back. And now inhale, lift your arms up. So you can either keep your hands apart if your shoulders are a bit tighter. You can cactus the arms if you want to work into the upper back more. Or Kali Mudra with the hands and really stretch up through your arms. Press down into your left heel. Keep moving the left thigh back. And squeeze in slightly through the right thigh and get an action through the right foot as if you're trying to pull it off the chair, off the table. Breathe in. Now you can either stay here or take a little side bend to the right and just see how that feels. Feel the length, feel the space through the left side of your torso. Inhale, come back up to center, reach again. Exhale, bring your arms down. Hands back to your hips, draw your shoulders back, breathe in, breathe out. Now do the opposite, start to move your hips back. So you're working towards extending that leg, but at the moment we've just got the foot down flat on the surface. Inhale, come back into that lunge position, draw your tailbone under, lift through the spine. Exhale, start to move. Think about moving the right hip back, and that's what extends the leg. Inhale, come back up, lift. Draw the right buttock under. And then exhale. Move your right hip back. Now keep moving your right hip back. Slide your hands down your leg. You can maybe reach the chair if it's available to you. Otherwise, keep your hands on your leg. And then see if you want to lift your toes, which is going to make that a bit stronger in your hamstrings. So just you decide what feels best for you. Good. Breathe. Feel the stretch through that right leg. Inhale. Now start to press down into your right foot and reach forward. So you can either take your hands onto the surface, onto the top of the sofa, or onto the wall, depending on where you're working. That's it. Good. Press and lift. So press down into your left foot, squeeze the right thigh in, lift through your chest. That's it. Inhale. Exhale, release that leg down. And then just stand for a moment. Feel the difference now between your right side and your left side. So you might feel that that right leg now feels a little bit further back. You definitely should feel longer through the right side and more connected into that right leg and that right hip. So let's do the other side. So bring your left foot to the middle of the surface and right foot across. So you're down on that right foot directly underneath your hip as much as possible. And try and get that left thigh bone to move down. Yeah, so we want that to move down, not roll in. So we don't want the outer left hip to lift like this. We want it to move down. Hands onto your hips. Breathe in. As you breathe out, start to move forward. You can put your hands on your thigh as well if you feel more steady. Feel that stretch through your right leg, back of the right leg. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. Keep lifting through your chest, draw your lower belly in. Inhale, come back up. And exhale. And then inhale, coming back up. Exhaling. So keep that depth, hands to your hips, but now start to really press the front of your right thigh bone and your right hip back. For some of you, that might feel like you're drawing your tailbone under more, yeah, depending on your kind of anatomy. Feel that really strongly through that right leg. Feel that opening through the front of your right hip flexor, and then lifting your arms up, or you can cactus the arms. You can have the hands apart. If you're doing Kali Mudra, try and bring the opposite thumb on top now. Reach and reach up towards the sky and stamp down through your right heel, through your right foot. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you want to add in a little side bend here, squeeze that left thigh in as you reach over to the left. Keep engaging through your core. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, releasing the arms down. Take a nice breath in. Hands to your hips, and now breathe out. Start to move your left buttock back. So that's what starts to extend the leg, is that movement through the left hip. Inhale, come back through center. Lift through your spine. Exhale. Start to move your hip back. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale. Moving the hip back. Good. And then inhaling, coming back through center. Exhale, start to extend the leg again, and then start to slide your hands down. And you can either just stay there if that already feels strong, or start to lift the toes of the left foot, take it more into the hamstrings, and you can maybe bring your hands onto the surface as well. If you're doing that, let's just keep the back extended rather than going into a forward bend. So keep your torso nice and long as much as possible. That's it. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Start to bend that left knee now. So moving more into that lunge, and you can take your hands to the back of the chair, to the wall, or to the surface. Press down into that back heel. Keep drawing your tailbone under and down, and draw your belly in. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Come off the chair and turn so that your back now is towards the chair. So I want you to sit down on the edge of your table or chair or on the edge of your sofa, but try and make sure that your feet are on the floor flat. Okay, so your feet are, so that might mean that if I sit right back in this chair, my heels are going to be a bit more off the floor. So I'm going to sit more towards the edge of it so that I can press my feet evenly down. That's it. Good. So we're going to pick up that right leg and try and bring the foot just so that the ankle, just so that it's just on top of the left knee there. Yeah, so just by the left knee. Good. So you can do this hip stretch any time. Take the flesh of your buttocks and just spread it out a little bit more. And now rest your forearm onto that right thigh and your right shin, and just start to lean some weight into that right leg. But make sure that your left side of your hip doesn't lift off the chair. So keep that left side down. And it might be enough to just be upright like this and use your hand. If it's too much to fold forwards, you can do it like this. Yeah, that's it. Keep squeezing in your right buttock muscles. So that's where your external rotators are. So keep squeezing in there and breathe deeply. Good. Notice what's going on in your hip, how that feels today. Keep your foot active, so keep pulling your toes back towards your shin. Good. And then inhale, coming up, and release that leg. And just before you release it, just give it a nice big squeeze in towards the side of your torso. So lift it up and squeeze it in. Take it a little bit wide. And then bring that leg down. And we'll do the other side. So maybe bring that right foot a little bit more in. Place your ankle just above your knee, so the foot can stay nice and flexed on that left side. And again, either you can put one hand on the chair and one hand on the thigh and lean a little bit right as you press and open the left thigh, especially if you're tighter on this side, or use your forearm to evenly press across the thigh and across the shin. But keep your right buttock down on the floor, on the seat at the same time. And breathing, nice steady breath in and out through the nose. That's it. Keep pulling the toes back towards the shin. Good. Feel into the hip. Inhale, calming up, and exhale. And now try and take your feet wide. So take your feet nice and wide. Again, you can maybe wiggle a little bit more back on the chair if you need to. And then lean in. So first of all, just press your elbows onto your leg. And you might start to feel that your bum starts to flare and lift up. So try and draw your bum down, which is the hard bit. So especially for you, Lorna, with your back, get more of a little cat curl here. And then maybe slide your hands down the insides of your shins, or maybe see if you can get your hands down to the floor. Now notice when your bum starts to lift, weight it down. Breathe. So really feel as like a squeezing action in the glutes and in the inner thighs to really keep your bum down on the surface. Good. If you've got your hands on the floor, you might want to try extending the hands forwards. Good. Breathe. Otherwise, just keep your hands on your legs. Keep breathing, keep squeezing in your glutes and keep sinking your sit bones down into the surface that you're sitting on. Good. And now start to do the opposite. Start to lift your bum up so you're just off the chair, and see if you can bring your hands to your heart center and squeeze the legs and the arms towards each other. If that's too hard, just keep your bum on the chair. Move your bum more back. That's it. Lift your chest up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. And then slowly walk out. Come onto your mat and find a downward facing dog now. So come into your downward facing dog. You can move your chair out of the way if you had it there. So just feeling now into your legs, into your shoulders, your hips, your lower back. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Just give your head a little shake. Exhale out through your mouth. And come down onto your knees. And come to sitting. So we're going to start off with this action of rolling from one side to the other, but don't force the legs down. So you're just going to let your legs come to wherever they will come to, and ideally try and do it if you can without using your hands. So going really slowly, so we're moving internal rotation to external rotation. One leg is internally rotating and the other leg is externally rotating. So go really, really slowly, really carefully. Make sure, so let's start from center, so you've got your feet wide, yeah, and then that means that the legs won't kind of knock in on each other. Reach your arms out, breathe in, and then as you breathe out, start to go one way. And maybe just carry the arms around and just touch the floor behind you with the hands. And you can let the opposite buttock lift off the floor. Breathe in, start to come back. So feel both sit bones on the floor in the center. And then you start to go the other way. Don't force that internally rotated leg down. So just let it come to wherever it wants to. And then coming back, reaching. Good. So really just working nicely into the hips there. That's it, coming back. And exhale. And coming back. So you can either stay with this movement, which might feel enough for you today, or when you come through center, whoop, you can try and pick it up and add in a Malasana squat in the middle. Yeah. But again, just working gently with your body and with your own mobility. Just be careful when you come down. You might want to use your hand to come down if you're adding in that squat there. You can always push off the floor to come into the squat as well if you need to. You start to creep forwards, which is fine. So now when you come back, start to bring your hands behind you on the floor. So I'll show you. Start to bring your hands behind you on the floor and start to add in like a little chaturanga press down towards the earth. And then you come up, you go again, around, hands come behind you, and again, just start to add in A little chaturanga press there. You can go as low as you want to, pushing back up. So you can use that hand behind you. Even if you're not fully coming into the squat, you can push off that hand and then continue on. And coming up, reaching, and then around. So you decide. And coming up. Remember, you can use that hand to help you go into your squats. And coming back round. So just do one more to the other side. Coming up. Good. And then let's all just fold into a forward bend. So take hold of your forearms here, your elbows, soften your knees. And just come into Uttanasana. You can maybe sway a little bit from side to side if that feels good. Let your neck really release. Head nice and heavy. And then coming down back through your squat. You can put your hands on the floor if you need to. Curl your tailbone under here and try and lift your chest. That's it. And then come down to the floor again. So bring your right leg here just underneath your left leg. And you can let your bum here, your left buttock, be off the floor. Yeah. So we're going to start off. So this is the modified version. Inhale, going to lift the left arm up. And then as you exhale, you can bend that right elbow and come into a nice side stretch. So inhale, we go up, reach out, exhale. Inhale up. Good. And exhale, reach over. And then this time, inhale, lifting up. Now place your left bum on the floor, reach your right arm up and go into a twist. So you can hold on to the leg and twist, or you can press your arm against your leg and twist. And then just hold up for a couple of breaths. That's it. Sighing breath in and out through the nose. Just let that right leg get heavy wherever it is. And just feel the connection of both sit bones on the earth. Inhale. And now as you exhale, come back again. So you've got an option of adding on here, or you're just going to stay with this movement. So if you want to add on, you push down into your right hand, you lift up, and then you reach over. So the pelvis is kind of going forwards towards the right. Exhale, you come down, reaching, and then we'll twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release that arm. Press down, or just stay with your side bend. Lift the hip. You can lift that left heel as well. Pelvis reaches forwards. Get that nice long line and space through the left side. Exhale, come down. Both hips to the floor, rocking over to the left. And again, twisting. Inhaling. Exhaling one more time. So right hand down. Either stay with your side bend. Try and bring that left foot a little bit more forwards now. Reach, 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 reach. Good. Reaching over. Look to your right hand. Try and send your chest a little bit more up towards the sky. Exhale, come down. Take the hands behind you. Lift your legs. And then we'll do the other side. So left leg down, right foot in front of the left leg. So we start off, right buttock lifts up, reach over, inhale. Come back and reaching across, good. And then again, inhale, reaching, bending that elbow, right bum can lift. And then coming back, inhaling. Exhale, going over again. Good. Inhale, coming up. And then this time, adding in your twist. So left arm lifts. You can hold the leg or you take it over. And then pause in that twist, making sure you've got both sit bones on the earth now. Find your breath here. Inhale. And exhale, coming back. So either staying with that side bend, right bum lifts off the floor, or start to lift the pelvis up. Move your pelvis forwards and to the left as you reach over. Exhale, come down. And then into your twist. Breathe in. Breathe out, twisting. Inhale. Exhale, release, coming back. Press in, breathe and lift. Breathe out, release the pelvis down, coming out. Inhale. Exhale, twisting. And then coming back. Breathe in, lifting up. And then this time again, maybe lift that right heel. Try and turn your chest more towards the sky. Draw your tailbone under, so keep squeezing in your glutes. Exhale, coming back. And again, into your twist, breathing in. And breathing out. And twisting. Inhale here. And exhale, coming back to center. So take the hands behind you, bring your feet together. We'll do a little bit of work on our Navasana. So reach up, take your hands into a parallel position, and then as you inhale, just lift your right leg. As you lift your right leg, try and lift up through your chest a bit more and really stretch out through your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring the right foot to touch, and then inhale, lift your left leg. So try and keep that lift through the spine all the time. Exhale, left foot touches. Inhale, lift your right leg. Good. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, lift your left leg. Keep drawing the belly in. Exhale, left foot touches. Inhale, lift the right. Go a little bit faster if you can. Keep your breath steady. We do synchronized swimming or something. Keep lifting the feet and then see if you can lift both feet. Lift. Good. You can do the if you want. I can't hear you. Down. Lifting. So see if you can do it and not even touch the feet to the floor. Keep really squeezing in your core. Inhale. And then exhale, lift through your chest, lift through your spine. And that's just coming to a seated cat pose. So really rounding now, drop your chin towards your chest. So press out through your upper back so much that you really start to feel that stretch through the upper back, through the shoulders, trapezius. And then gently lengthening up through the spine, let your shoulders come down. Inhale, stretch the arms forwards now. Round your spine and go all the way down to the floor. Coming all the way down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And again, bring your knees in towards the side of the body. Just gently rock from side to side a little bit here. And then take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your head. Nice loose interlace, so not too tight, so that you can open your elbows out. Take your feet as wide as your mat, so the knees are wide. Pick your pelvis up and try and move the tailbone a little bit further away from you. And then we'll just go into rocking the legs from side to side. So just windscreen wiping the legs. And again, don't worry about where the leg comes down to, more about the sensation. Good. Just in and out, up and down with your legs, just feeling into the hips. That's it. And then from there, pick up your feet and bring your your ankles so they're in line with your knees, but don't bring your knees up too high. So don't bring your knees too close towards you, and feel your back of your pelvis and your lower back on the floor. And then kind of like cycle the feet in and out, and the legs in and out. So it's like you're pushing. If you want a really wide bike and you're pushing your feet towards the wall in front of you, almost straightening the legs, but not quite. So just get into that movement of the legs in and out. Try not to take your legs too high, and keep squeezing in your glutes and in your inner thighs. That's it. Keep going. Just working that strength as muscles in the hips, in the legs. Good. And then bring your feet down. Just rest the knees in on each other now. Breathe in, bring your chin towards your chest, squeeze the elbows in and curling up. Breathe in here and breathing out, bringing your head down. Release your arms from your head, your hands from your head. Move your hips to the right side of your mat, and move your left leg across to the right side of your mat. Pick up your right leg, take it over your left, and let your legs drop to the left for a twist. Hold onto the thigh with your hand. Stretch your right arm out to the right, and then really squeeze that right leg into the left leg. Take a few deep breaths here. Sighing breath in and out through your nose. Exhaling. Keep drawing that left thigh down, right thigh down onto the left thigh. Inhale. Feel that stretch in your outer hip. Exhale, release that leg. Bring it back to center. Shift your hips now to the left side of your mat. Take your left leg over your right leg and let your legs drop to the right, and turn your head to the left, stretching the left arm out. And again, you can hold on to that left thigh and pull it down a bit more. And take a few breaths here. Let the legs get really heavy. Feel that breath, that movement of the breath in and out through the nose. And coming back to center. And get yourself comfortable now for relaxation. So let your arms and your legs release. Make sure that you're warm enough. And just let your body settle down onto the floor. Noticing and feeling that shift, that change in your energy now. Relax your shoulders. Let your belly become very soft. And feel the weight of the earth holding you, supporting you. Feeling that gentle rise and fall of your breath. Let go of controlling the breath in any way. Relaxing your eyes. Softening into your pelvis. Just feeling that heaviness in your limbs, that softness now, and that gentle movement of your breath in and out. And hopefully your breath should feel a little bit freer, a little bit easier after doing the side stretches and the twists. So if you've got time to stay longer for your relaxation, then do so. But if you've got things to do and you're getting on with your day, then just gently start to move your fingers and toes, stretching your hands and your feet. Taking a big inhale and stretching the arms and the legs away from you. Have a good stretch. And starting to bend your knees, hugging your knees in. And gently rolling onto your side. Slowly coming up to sitting when you're ready. Thank you for joining Yoga Space Online today. Lovely to see you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you.